ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अज्ञानाञ्जाह्नवीतीर्थं विद्यातीर्थं विवेकिनां सर्वेषां सुखदं तीर्थं भारतीतीर्थमाश्रये विद्याविनयसम्पन्नं वीतरागं विवेकिनं वन्दे वेदान्ततत्त्वज्ञं विधुशेखरभारतीम्. Dear friends, Namaskaram. Welcome to another session of PRABODHA SUDHAKARA. I believe this is our 38th meeting and we are entering the 17th Adhyaya, 17th chapter of this wonderful text written by Bhagavad Pada Shankaracharya. In the previous chapter, which was titled Dvidha Bhakti Prakaranam, the Sthula and Sukshma Bhakti through essentially body and speech, progressing to bhakti, which is inward, which is contemplative, which is meditative in nature, was described in the previous chapter. Now, when this transition happens, the bhakta is given many tools by the Shastras to enable the focusing of the mind on Ishvara. This enables the mind to transform into a mind which is available for understanding the tattva of Ishvara, understanding the tattva of the Atman. The understanding of the tattva of the Atman, Bhagavat tattva or Ishvara tattva or Atma tattva, Brahma tattva, in whatever way we may call it. This is the only route, this is the only way for moksha, and this has been discussed in detail by Bhagavad Pada before. Without the mind becoming available, becoming pure, becoming available for Shravanam, that is Vedanta Shravanam and Vedanta Mananam, there is no scope for attaining the supreme knowledge of the self. Now, if the mind has to become contemplative, the mind has to have several attitudes, several capabilities which the normal, external, sensory-oriented mind does not have. For instance, we recall that Shama, Dama, Uparatihi, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, all these 6 qualities which are part of the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampattihi, Viveka Vairagya, Shamadhi Shatka Sampantihi, Mumukshutvam. These are the 4 qualifications which are necessary for the sadhaka to be able to enter into the Vedanta sadhana itself. Without these qualifications, if the sadhaka tries to enter, first of all, the guru may not be blessing the sadhaka with this shravana. If at all the guru blesses, then if the sadhaka is missing these qualities, the shravana will not be fruitful. The person will not gain the knowledge of the Atman. So, for the Shravana to be fruitful, the mind has to be available to process the Shastra, the exposition of the Shastra by the Guru. So, these qualities are mentioned, that is, the mastery over sense organs, the mastery over the mind, the ability of the mind to focus on Bhagavan, the ability of the mind to, the Samadhanam it is called, the ability of the mind to continuously focus on the subject matter of the Upanishad, the subject matter of the Vedanta. Then Uparatihi, the ability of the person to continuously be in the process of Shravanam until knowledge happens without getting distracted by any sense objects or any other issues in the external world. Then Shraddha, a great faith A great trust has to be there on the words of the Guru and the Shastra, which enables the person to surrender the mind completely to the Shastra and to the Guru and to Bhagavan. Then titiksha, the ability of the mind and the body to withstand all kinds of climatic conditions, withstand all kinds of sufferings, withstand all kinds of sensory problems which may arise. Both the pleasure and pain have to be endured by the individual in order to transform the individual into the great Lord Himself. That is the goal, is it not? The individual who thinks I am a suffering individual has to be transformed into an entity who knows I am Atman, who knows I am Brahman, who knows there is no difference between Ishvara and myself. For this transformation to happen, upasana or dhyana is very much needed, and dhyana can be both saguna rupa dhyana and nirguna dhyanam. This nirguna dhyanam happens or is provided only after, is making sense only after the Shravana happens, because nirguna means the Lord who is free from all gunas. Such a Lord is very subtle. The true nature of the Lord is very subtle and not easy to understand. So, understanding of the Tattva has to be there before Nirguna Dhyanam can be attempted. Nirguna Dhyanam requires the ability to settle the mind on the nature of the Lord, the real true nature of the Lord. That is not possible unless the nature is known. We can only meditate on something which is known to us. So, if at all there is meditation on Nirguna Swarupa, then Swarupa Jnanam has to be there for the meditation to even happen. So, this is what is called in the Shastra as Nididhyasanam, which succeeds, which comes after Shravanam and Mananam. Okay, now Nirguna Dhyanam is not possible before Shravanam and Mananam. So, to prepare the mind for Shravanam, what is the Dhyanam that is prescribed, which enables us to get these Shama, Dama, Dhyadi, uh, Sadgunaha? That Dhyanam is nothing but the Saguna Rupa Dhyanam. That is, the Lord with various qualities has to be meditated upon. The form of the Lord, which is having many qualities, many properties, that has to be meditated upon. Now, can we take up any form of the Lord and meditate? Any form which is available to perceive? Can we take which is available in popular culture? Can we take any such form and meditate? The answer is not really. Such a meditation is not wrong, but it is secondary meditation. Taking up any form which is available in the world today, taking that up for meditation will only lead to partial results. If one needs to reap the benefits of meditation completely, then the appropriate forms have to be taken up. The forms which are mentioned in the Shastra for the purpose of gaining this knowledge, for the purpose of preparing the mind for self knowledge, such forms are to be taken up. In general, these forms which are responsible for bringing the Shama, Dama, that is all the good, pleasant qualities to the devotee, such forms also tend to be very pleasant, very calm. So the appropriate forms are prescribed by the scriptures for appropriate purposes. For the purpose of doing this dhyanam, which is necessary for Vedanta Shravana to happen, to succeed, to fructify properly, such forms are prescribed in many such forms are prescribed in the scriptures for that purpose, and these forms tend to be very much pleasant and very soothing and very kind, very gentle, very beautiful in nature. A certain sweetness pervades these forms, and such forms are prescribed in the Shastra for this particular purpose, for preparing the sadhaka's mind for Vedanta Vichara. So, in this scripture, Prabodha Sudhakara, we encounter the beautiful form description of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, as the Vrindavana Vihari, as the entity, the Chaitanya Vastu who roams about in the form of Lord Krishna in the Vrindavana, in the forest. So, this beautiful form with all its wonderful details is provided in this chapter, which is called Dhyana Vidhi Prakaranam. So, it is prescribing to us what is the Dhyana method of Dhyanam, what is the instruction for Dhyanam, what is the form, and how to meditate on this form. So, this can be used by all of us. If you memorize these verses, if you are able to recall them, then you can spend a lot of time just meditating on this form for hours and hours together. So the beautiful description of this form is provided with so many intricate details, so that the sadhaka's mind will be ever pleasant and made very happy by meditation on this form. And such a mind only, such a mind which is filled with this kind of manaprasadaha, this kind of pleasantness, is becoming available for the vichara, is becoming available for the further shastra shravana, manana, and vididhyasanam. So, with this background, let us enter this chapter, which starts with a wonderful description of Bhagavan Sri Krishna in the Vrindavana forest. Yamuna tata nikata sthita Vrindavana kanane maharamye kalpadrumata tala bhumau charanam charanopari sthapya तिष्ठन्तं घननीलं स्वतेजसा भासयन्तम् इह विश्वं पीताम्बरपरिधानं चन्दनकर्पूरलिप्तसर्वाङ्गम्. So this is a series of descriptive verses which brings to our vision, our inner mind, our mental eye, the mind's eye, the beautiful form of the Lord in the middle of the forest, surrounded by the gopis and sporting a wonderful pose, sporting, wearing all kinds of ornaments, and blissfully giving, bestowing grace on everyone around. So let us look at these verses. Yamuna tata nikata sthita Vrindavana kanane maharamye kanane, in the wonderful, beautiful, enchanting forest. Maharamye, enchanting, wonderful, grand, dense forest, beautiful forest, wonderful forest, green forest, colorful forest, all of that you can put. So when you look at the environment itself, it is very, very beautiful to the mind's eye. The person feels very pleased by that. The devotee feels very pleased by the presence of the forest. Kanane. Kanane means forest, in the forest. Which Kanane? Brindavana Kanane. In the Vrindavana forest. Where is it located? Yamuna Tata Nikata Sthita. It is located in the bank of the river Yamuna, Yamuna Devi, Yamuna Tata. In the bank of the river Yamuna, near to the bank. Nikata, it is near to the bank. It is not right at the bank. You have to go slightly away from the bank to enter the forest. People who have gone to Vrindavan will remember this, of course. For others, just imagine a beautiful river which is flowing, and a small distance away from it, away from the bank of the river, encounter this wonderful forest. Yamuna Tata Nikata Sthita. In this forest, which is called Brindavana forest, which is beautiful in nature, Kalpadruma Talabhumau, seated, Charanam Charanopati Sthapya Tishtantam. Still, till that point you can take. The Lord is standing, Tishtantam. How is he standing? He is having one feet upon another. Charanam Charanopari Sthapya. 1 feet. You know how the Lord is standing, holding the flute and keeping one foot in the cross-legged manner, keeping one foot over other another. In that way, striking a very enchanting, not a very straight pose, but a very dancing kind of a pose. The Lord is standing. Where is he standing? Inside the forest. Where is he standing? Kalpadruma Tala Bhumau. He is standing underneath the tree. He is standing underneath the tree. Which tree? Kalpadruma. He is standing below the Karpaga Vriksha. Tala in the root of the at the root of the or at the base of the Karpaga Vriksha. You can say at the base of the Karpaga Vriksha there is a kind of a the surrounding area, and right under the tree, right under this beautiful tree which is situated in this wonderful forest, the Lord is charanopari sthapya. The Lord is standing, keeping one leg upon another, keeping one foot upon another. Tishtantam Ghananilam. How is the Lord looking? What is the form of the Lord? That description we are entering. Ghananilam. There is a form which is having the color. The color of the Lord is being talked about. Complexion of the Lord is being talked about. What is the Lord's complexion? Ghana The Lord is Neelam, Neela in color. What is this color? If you want to think about, then you imagine dark clouds. Ghana Neelam. Ghana means clouds. Dark clouds you imagine. So whenever it is raining, you look at the dark smoky clouds which are in the sky. How beautiful they are. In this smoky color, the smoky bluish black, hmm, smoky bluish black color, dark gray color, which is not black but close to the dark clouds, the color of the dark clouds. In that you can, in that way you imagine that Bhagavan is standing in this complexion under this tree in the middle of the forest. He is situated in the particular pose. He is available for us to meditate on. That is the meditation being provided to us. For Upasana, this wonderful form is being provided to us by Shastra, by Bhagavad Pada. Swatejasa bhasayantam iha vishwam. Oh, now you see some Vedanta is entering into the picture. Yes, it is meditation also, but it is meditation on the Bhagavad Tattva also. So you see the people who are very dark in color, they also have a certain radiance. They also have a certain radiance to them. Their dark color is not ugly, but the dark color is very, very radiating a kind of a tejas. That is how Bhagavan is. The dark color is not dull dark color. It is a resplendent dark color. It is a radiating dark color, enchanting dark color. And that color, that radiation, that enchantment, that illuminating the individual Bhagavan's form is illuminating the entire world, entire surroundings which is around. So he is a captivating form. Swatejasa, by his own tejas, bhasayantam, he is illuminating, he illuminates, iha vishwam, he is illuminating the entire universe which is there around, entire surroundings. So for the purpose of the meditation, one can say that this form is so beautiful that it is enchanting the mind's eye. It is the center of attraction. It is as though it is providing a beauty to all the surroundings. It is like the central gem in a necklace. The central gem in the necklace not only is in the middle of the necklace and it is the biggest gem in the necklace, but its radiance is pervading, is highlighting the entire necklace. Also, it's the place where it is present. In that way, you imagine the form. But there is, of course, the deeper Vedantic significance that Bhagavan is Chaitanyam. Bhagavan is the Chaitanya Swarupam, the great illumining principle which illumines, which brings into light the entire universe. So you understand. Pitambara paridhanam chandana karpura lipta sarvangam. Pitambara paridhanam. So what does the Bhagavan wear? The Bhagavan is wearing, the Bhagavan is surrounding himself with Pitambara in the yellowish, yellow colored cloth. He is surrounding himself. He has draped himself in the yellow colored cloth. That is well known to us. Bhagavan Sri Krishna loves, enjoys, wears always the yellow colored cloth around him. Pitambara dhari he is. Chandana Karpura Lipta Sarvangam. Then what has he applied on all his arms and legs and every other limb, every other part of his body is covered with Chandana Karpura by the beautiful fragrant sandalwood along with mixed with the Karpura, that is the camphor filled sandalwood, camphor filled sandal paste has been applied to all parts of his body. So he is standing there, beautifully resplendent entity. The illumining entity is situated in the middle of the forest, in underneath the tree, keeping one foot over another. He is standing with a smoky, dark, cloudy complexion and with draped in a beautiful yellow vastra. So you imagine all of these things. It is very pleasing to the mind's eye. It brings calmness to the mind's eye. It brings the sattva guna to the mind's eye. Proceeding. Akarana Purna Netram Kundala Yuga Mandita Shravanam Mandasmita Mukha Kamalam Sukaustubhodara Maniharam. Now, finer details of the Lord's ornaments, the Lord's decorations are provided. So, we have seen the complexion of the Lord, we have seen the cloth which is draped around the Lord, what is the color of the cloth, the posture of the Lord, the place, the environment in which he is situated. All of these have been given in the previous verses. Now, the form, what is the finer details, what kind of things, what other things is he wearing, what other things is he beautifying, those are being described. Akarana Purna Netram. How are his eyes? His eyes are so he is a wide-eyed person. He is a wide-eyed individual. He is not having small eyes. He is having very big, enlarged eyes. You can say beautiful lotus-like eyes stretching from the ear to ear, it seems. Akarana Purna Netram. So from the left ear, Akarana means from one ear, one side ear to the other side ear, his eyes are Purna. Completely the eyes are stretching out. So you see that is a essentially a Alankara, a beautiful exaggerated way to tell that Bhagavan's eyes are so beautiful, so open, so it is not crooked eyes, it is seeing everything around. And that is how the nature of the Lord also is. The Lord sees everything that is there, he does not miss anything. He has wide eyes means what? He has wide, beautiful eyes means his eyes are always graceful and his grace is always for everyone. That is significant significance of saying something like this. You can think in that way also. Kundala Yuga Mandita Shravanam. Then what about his ears? His ears are bedecked with Kundala Yuga. So ears are bedecked with the beautiful, the what do you call the earrings or the ear the things which hang in the ears, that is the kundala. So if he shakes, that kundala also shakes. If he is still, the kundala is still, and it is beautiful golden color. All that you can imagine. Mandita Shravanam. So the ears are adorned by these the beautiful earrings. Then Mandasmita Mukha Kamalam. Then what is the shape of his mouth? What kind of expression is he holding on his face? He is holding the expression of Mandasmita. Mandasmita means the gentle smile. Hmm. He is not a morose person. Why did I come to the forest? Why am I staying here? What will happen to me? He is not afraid of anything. Neither he is extremely involved in the worldly pleasures. Hmm. He is not involved in the worldly pleasures, neither is he overawed by the forest, nor is he sorrowful or fearful of the forest, but in the middle of the forest he is very, very calm and peaceful and holding a gentle smile, as though indicating that there is nothing to fear, neither there is nothing to be enamored of in this entire samsara. So the Mandasmita is indicative of the gentle smile is indicative of the jnanam which is there in the Lord. The jnanam is nothing but the Swarupa of the Lord Himself. Ishvara is Chaitanya Swarupa, which is Jnana Swarupa, that is being indicated by Mandasmita. So this is the expression. He holds a gentle smile on his face. Sukaustubhodara Maniharam. Sukaustubha Udara Maniharam. So he is wearing a beautiful haram, a beautiful garland, a necklace. What is this necklace made of? Kaustubha Udara Mani. This necklace is made essentially, or a pendant, you can say, a pendant, a kind of a necklace which has a pendant in the middle, a kind gem in the middle. What is this gem? The gem is the Kaustubha Mani. Sukaustubha Mani means the beautiful, the superior, the most supreme Kaustubha gem is wearing that gem. Is wearing that pendant which is consisting of that gem. Udara means beautiful, most supreme, you can say, but supreme gem which is called Mani, the Kaustubha Mani. He is wearing that garland which has that pendant, the necklace which has the pendant in the form of the Kaustubha Mani. He is wearing that. So you imagine, you bring the form of the Lord into the mind's eye. So the entire form is very pleasing, and the meditation through these verses, if you can memorize, it continues for at least 40 minutes very easily. So without having any struggle, our mind becomes enamored with the form of the Lord with the help of these verses. So we can imagine that we can sitting in one place, just bringing these verses to our mind's eye, we can get the form of the Lord into our mind's eye very easily and concentrate on this form. Say the name of the Lord, say Shri Krishna, Krishnaya Namaha, Ityadi. So we can say Narayana Namaha, we can say. So in this way, the meditation can proceed wonderfully, and this brings the Sattva guna into the mind, the all the qualification, Shama, Dama, Ityadi qualifications into the mind. The essential purpose of these meditation, this kind of a meditation, is to relieve our mind from desires of the worldly things. See, all these things are available in the world without the Lord also. You can get some beautiful gem in the world. You can find a beautiful forest in the world. You can see a beautiful picture in the world, a wonderful, beautiful trees, nature, all of these places, these kinds of faces, these beautiful gems, these beautiful clothes, all of these you can see in the world. But these worldly things do not have the presence of the Lord in them. So when you go after the things which are described, you lose the Lord, you lose sight of the Lord, your mind becomes attracted to the worldly things and becomes attached to worldly things, and therefore samsara is prolonged. However, if you meditate on the form of the Lord wearing all these beautiful things, the forest is beautiful, yes. The tree is beautiful, yes. The ground is beautiful, yes. The earlobes, earrings are beautiful, yes. The necklace is beautiful, the pendant is beautiful. There is a beautiful face, there is a beautiful smile. All of these things are beautiful, but all the beauty is the beauty of the Lord. It is enhanced by it is centered on the Lord. So when the mind is meditating in this way, centered on Ishvara, having all the worldly things also, having all the beautiful things also, when the mind meditates on the Lord in this beautiful form, the mind becomes attached to the Lord and loses interest for the worldly things which are appearing in the external world without the Lord as its center. This is the main reason for suggesting this kind of meditation, detaching yourself from the worldly things. The beauty of the Lord is much greater than the beauty of every worldly thing which is there. So, oh mind, meditate on the Lord along with the beautiful things, no problem. But the Lord is what is the Ishvara is what is central here. World is not central. The ornaments are not central. Ishvara, Bhagavan is the central entity. And Bhagavan's, we will see now a beautiful verse. Bhagavan's very natural presence beautifies everything else. It is not that these ornaments are beautifying Bhagavan, these clothes are beautifying Bhagavan, the surroundings are beautifying Bhagavan. Not like that. Bhagavan's natural presence beautifies, enhances, provides for the beauty of everything that is around. So Bhagavan is central. In this way, oh mind, please imagine. Please meditate. If you meditate in this way, then the mind becomes free from worldly attachments. The mind becomes attracted towards Bhagavan. Such a mind only, in such a mind only, this Viveka, Vairagya, etc. are Shamadhi, Shatka, Sampatti, etc. are fully manifested. Otherwise, they will have lacunae. A mind without devotion, with only intellect, it is only intellectual approach towards Vedanta, without a mind which is filled with devotion towards the Lord, will always have problems, will not be able to enjoy Vedanta, enjoy the fruits of Vedanta. If you want to enjoy the supreme joy of studying, understanding, appreciating, and eventually attaining the goal of Vedanta, then the mind has to be filled with devotion towards the Lord. Very much important. That is the message here. Let us read. Continue. Valayanguliyakaat dhyanujjvalayantam swalankaran गलविलुलित वनमालं स्वतेजसापास्तकलिकालं Valayanguliyaka. So he is Valayanguliyakadi Anuchvalayantam Swa Alankaran. Swalankaran. So what is the nature of this Lord? He is illuminating his own alankaras. See, Anujvalayantam Swalankaran. So, whatever things he is wearing, whatever ornamentation is there on his body, he is the one who is providing beauty to all of them, not the other way around. In the case of the creatures, in the case of the jivas, in the case of the fellows in the world who are wearing things to make them look beautiful, hmm, in the case of the worldly people who wear things so that their not so beautiful form, natural body, is made more beautiful by wearing these forms, is appearing to be, is dressed up to be looking more beautiful. In the case of the Lord, it is the opposite. The Lord, the Lord's body itself is so enchanting, so beautiful without anything at all, without any extra additions, without any ornamentation. The very nature of the Lord is enchanting and beautiful. The very form of the Lord is enchanting and beautiful. The beauty is not derived from the ornamentation, as in the case of the worldly people. In fact, the ornamentation is made beautiful by the Lord's natural beauty. Hmm? Anujvalayantam swalankaran. What kind of alankara, what all the alankaras which were mentioned before, along with more things are talked about. Valaya, so bangles, all your bracelets, anguliyaka, rings. So he is wearing those also. He is bedecked with all kinds of ornaments. But he is providing brilliance, providing illumination, providing the beauty, lending the beauty to these ornaments. The ornaments and the other makeup, the ornamentation is borrowing a little bit of the Lord's beauty, and they also appear beautiful. It is not the other way around. Gala vilulita vanamalam. So on his neck, gala means neck. Vilulita, the beautiful, graceful, and the kind of, when he dances, when he shakes his head, that is also shaking. In that way, he is wearing a vanamalam. He is wearing a vanamala. What is this vanamala? It is made up of beads which are collected from the forest. Various kinds of forest beads. He is stringed, the necklace made or the garland made of the beads from the forest are which are strung together. That mala he is wearing, and this mala is on his beautiful, wonderful neck, and it is just hanging there, resplendent, made resplendent by the beauty of the Lord. Swatejasa apasta kalikalam. Okay, what is there for me? You see, this beautiful form is there. What is there for me? Let it be beautiful. No, why I should meditate on it? So, Bhagavad Pada is giving the reason for it. Svatejasa, by his own glory, by his own beauty, by his enchanting, wonderful beauty. Svatejasa, he is, what is he doing? Apasta Kali Kalam. He is removing, he is capable of removing all the problems which of Kali. This is a So in they say in Kali Yuga there are many problems which arise, and Kali Apasta Kali Kalam means he is removing Kali Kalam. He is removing the problematic times, the time where the problems are more, that kind of thing. But you see, the word Kali means conflicts which arise in the human mind. The Kali is symptomatic. Kali means uh, it is indicative of the conflicting thoughts which are present in the human mind. So the human mind is confused because of lobha, moha, mada, kama, matsarya, ityadi, shadripuhu. So the various tendencies, the asuric tendencies, the negative tendencies like desire, anger, greed, jealousy, all of these which are there in the human mind creates various conflicts in the human mind between what is true and what is not true. The conflicting, what is true, I think that is not true. What is not true, I think that is true. Bhagavan is real, I think Bhagavan is not real. I am atheist. Bhagavan is present everywhere. I think Bhagavan is only there in some place, like Vaikuntha or like in the temple. Bhagavan is the source of all joy. I think Bhagavan is source of all fear. So in this way, I think what is not true as something which is true. Then what is true as something which is not true. In this way, I am confused. This is a symptom of Kali. Then what else? What is dharma? I think that is adharma. What is adharma? I think that is dharma. Satyam vada is the shastra, but I think one should not tell truth all the time. There is something called white lies. I can speak lies when it is not hurting anybody, which is not correct according to the Shastra. One should never utter a lie according to the Shastra. One should always speak the truth if at all one speaks. But there is something called white lie. So I can tell the white lie just for fun. For fun, I can lie sometimes. In this way, the human being thinks. This is called Kali. Then whatever is adharma, I think that is dharma, or what is dharma, I think that is adharma. This is Kali. So thinking about true as something which is untrue, thinking about that which is untrue as true, thinking about dharma as adharma and adharma as dharma, all of these are the Kalikala, the present indicating Kalikala in the human mind. This kind of Kalikala the Bhagavan removes from our minds. Apasta Kalikalam, how he removes? By his own nature, by his own illuminating presence, he removes. Just like the sun removes the darkness, in the same way, the Lord's presence itself, the Lord need not do anything, by his very presence, he removes all the confusions in our minds. He removes the adharma from our minds. He removes the belief in untrue things in our minds. So, for this purpose, one has to meditate upon the Lord. With this, we will conclude our today's session, and then we will continue in the next session, further looking at other verses, continuing this wonderful meditation. So, this meditation will be hopefully concluding in the next session. So at least these two sessions, if you can, these verses, if you can memorize, it will be a wonderful exercise. Whenever our mind is not engaged in some, really useful work, when the mind is available, then the mind can recall all these verses. If you recall all these verses into the mind, your action, your process, your mental process will automatically turn into a meditation, and that will give all the wonderful benefits, including the right thinking. The right thinking will come. So, apasta kalikalam, here you are reading that. Then the right frame of mind will come. The appropriate mind becomes appropriate receptacle for understanding the Shastra, understanding Bhagavan, understanding the truth of Vedanta. So with that, let us conclude today's session, and we will continue in the next session. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.